Welcome to Staircase HD. This channel is dedicated to clear and practical tutorials on open source applications, learn tools, workflows, and real-world solutions, step by step. If you build, create, or learn with open source, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll be using FreeCAD version 1.0.2. FreeCAD is a powerful, parametric, open-source 3D CAD application. It is used for mechanical design, product modeling, and engineering workflows. FreeCAD also supports 3D printing. You can prepare models, check geometry, and export STL files. It can also generate toolpaths and G-code for CNC routers and milling machines. FreeCAD also supports BIM and architectural project. With the BIM and Arch workbenches, you can create parametric building models and work with IFC files. FreeCAD is released under the GNU Lesser General Public License (LGPL). This gives you the freedom to use, modify, and share it. Let's get started. Now let's move into FreeCAD itself. If you don't have it installed yet, you can download FreeCAD from the official website at www.freecad.org. This is FreeCAD version 1.0.2, opened for the first time after the installation. To make the view have more space, let's close the report view in Python console. When you run FreeCAD for the first time, it automatically shows the first start setup, or you can click this Open First Start Setup button to view the initial settings from there. The First Start Setup helps configure FreeCAD for new users. Here, you can set basic preferences that affect how FreeCAD looks and behaves. These settings can be changed later, so nothing here is permanent. The first option is the interface language. You can choose your preferred language for menus, toolbars, and dialogues. After changing the language, FreeCAD may require a restart to apply it. Next is the unit system. FreeCAD supports several unit standards, such as millimeters, meters, and inches. Choose a unit system that matches your design workflow. This is especially important for mechanical design, 3D printing, and CNC work. Here, you can select the navigation style. This controls how the mouse behaves when rotating, panning, and zooming the 3D view. FreeCAD provides presets similar to other CAD applications. Choose the one you're most comfortable with. You can also select the visual theme. This includes light and dark modes, which affect readability and eye comfort. Choose the theme that works best for your environment. After completing the first start setup, FreeCAD opens to the main interface. FreeCAD is organized around workbenches. Each workbench is designed for a specific task. For example, part designed for solid modeling, Sketcher for constraints, Path for CNC machining, and tools for preparing models for 3D printing. If you are new to FreeCAD, don't worry. You don't need to understand everything right now. We will explore these features step by step in future tutorials. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to this channel. It helps support the channel. And if you find this video useful, please like and share it with others. In the next section, we'll take a closer look at the FreeCAD interface and basic navigation. We start from a completely empty file. Go to File, then click New. I'll click this empty file icon from the Start page menu. You should now see an empty workspace with no objects in the model tree. If your screen looks like this, you are in the correct starting point. If it is not there yet, from the workbench selector at the top left, choose Part Design. This workbench is designed for solid modeling and is the best place for beginners to start. On the left side, this panel is called the Combo View. Right now, the Model tab is empty because we haven't created anything yet. This is where bodies, sketches, and features will appear as we build our model. The Tasks tab will show options only when we are actively creating or editing something. Since we are not doing anything yet, it is empty, and this is normal. At the top, you can see the toolbars. The available tools change depending on the selected workbench. Because we are in Part Design, the tools you see are related to solid modeling. The large area in the center is the 3D view. This is where we create and visualize our models. At the bottom, this is the stats bar. It shows messages, hints, and sometimes errors. If something does not work, this is the first place you should check. Before we can create sketches, we need to create a body. Click Create Body. You will now see a body appear in the model tree. The coordinate axes are now visible, showing the origin of the model. This confirms that we are ready to start creating geometry. You can click the eye symbol to show or hide this origin. Let's learn how to navigate in the 3D view. To rotate the view, press middle plus left or middle plus right mouse button, then move the mouse. To pan the view, hold the middle mouse button and move the mouse. To zoom in and out, use the mouse scroll wheel. You can zoom toward the cursor position, which makes navigation easier. If you ever lose your view, you can use Fit Alt to enter the workspace again. In the top right corner of the 3D view, you can see the navigation cube. This cube allows you to quickly align the view. Click top, front, or bottom to switch to standard views. Isometric view is commonly used for general modeling. Let's create the first sketch. For exercise, we will create an MS-17 motor bracket to attach the motor to 3030 T-slot aluminum profile. Using 3mm thickness steel plate as the material, with M6 bolts as the fasteners. Click the Create Sketch button. Click on the XY plane. Make a square by clicking Centered Rectangle, then click Root Point as the center. Enter dimension of 44 mm for the length. Press Enter, then enter dimension of 44 mm also for the width. Next, let's create profile the hole for coupling and bolting. Zoom in to get a better view using Ctrl and plus key. Create a circle by clicking the circle button, then click the root point and set 25 mm for the diameter. Now create a smaller circle near the top left corner, set 3.4 mm for the diameter. Let's put the dimension. Click Dimension to click the left line and the center of the small circle. Set the distance of 6.5 nm. Do the same from the top line. And right-click on the screen to disable the dimension tool. Now click the small circle to click Rotate/Polar Transform button. Set the copies to 3. Click on the root point, move the mouse along X-axis and click again. Rotate the mouse to 270 degrees and do the final click. Now use the Dimension tool to set the constraint for the 3 new circles. The first new circle center point with the top line. The first new circle center point with the right line. The second new circle center point with the right line. The second new circle center point with the bottom line. The third new circle center with the bottom line. And finally the new circle center with the left line. All lines become green now, indicating that all the lines encircled have been constrained properly. Next, create a rectangle from the right side of the main square with size 12 by 16 mm. Use a dimension of 8 mm to set the new rectangle position center to the X-axis. Do the same for the left side of the main square. Now the first sketch is ready. Close the sketch. Click the pad button in the length box, set 3 mm, representing the thickness of the plate we will be using to make this bracket. Click OK. Now click the chamfer button, set type to equal distance with size 3 mm. Click the eye symbol of the origin to get the better view. Click on the 4 corner edges while pressing keyboard control button. Then click OK. The initial step to make the body is complete. Important things to do frequently is to save your work so you will not miss anything if a crash or something bad happened. To save the document, click the Save button, and on the dialog box select the folder and save it as NEM173030 bracket.scstd or other name with FCSTD extension. Let's continue creating the attachment legs. Change the view as shown by clicking on the 3D cube. Click Create Datum Plane. Select the right face, click OK. A datum plane is created for creating a new sketch on it. Click Create a new sketch. Now from the root point, create a horizontal line with length 15 mm. This from the 3030 T slot, width of 30 mm divided by 2. Create a down vertical line from the last point with length 72 mm. Next, create a horizontal line with 3 mm length corresponds the plate thickness we will be using. Create an up vertical line with length 75 mm. Create a horizontal line ETH length 36 mm. Continue until the loop created until the root point where the first point is located. Close the sketch and click Pad. Set the length to 16 mm, then click OK. Now we will mirror this new pad to create the legs for the left side. Firstly, hide the datum plane by clicking the eye symbol. Click Mirrored. Select Transform Tool Shapes. Click Add Feature. Select the pad 001. Change plane to base YZ plane. Click OK. Next, we will create fillets for the plate bendings. Select 4 outer edges of the legs using Ctrl plus click as shown, then click Fillet. Set the radius to 6 mm, then click OK. Next, select 4 inner edges of the legs using Ctrl plus click as shown, then click Fillet. Set the radius to 3 mm, then click OK. Select the end of legs 8 corner edges. Then click Chamfer. Select the type to equal distance, set the size to 2 mm, then click OK. Now we will be creating the holes for the bolting. Change the view to front using the 3D cube. Create a datum plane on the left leg face. Click OK. Create a sketch. Create external geometry using the edges as shown. Create two circles with diameter 6 mm. Set the dimension from the projected edges as shown. Close the sketch. Click Whole button. Select isometric regular profile. Size M6. Clear and standard. Depth to trough. And let the other parameter as it is, as we only making a trough M6 holes. Click OK. Hide the datum plane. The NEMA 17 bracket is ready for production. Thank you for watching. In this video, we have covered a FreeCAD introduction and interface, creating body and sketches, basic sketch lines, rectangulars and circles, including dimension setting and dual rotate / polar transform, creating pads, chamfers, fillets and holes, shapes mirroring, also working with datum plane and projecting external geometry. Mostly we have done in Power Design Workbench. The next video session will be about creating shop drawings with FreeCAD. If you have any comments, suggestions, or input, please leave them below. You can also request topics for the next videos there. If you found this video useful, don't forget to subscribe. Please also like and share the video to support the channel. Let's get smart together and see you in next Staircase Itchy session.